Hey guys, in this video we're going to cover, shouldn't I be happy on my own? I had a very good question from a client earlier today who we were talking about love and relationships, and especially if you grew up in an abusive childhood, more specifically enmeshment trauma, where you're parentified, you had to take care of your parents and be the responsible one, self-resilience, all that stuff. So what happens is obviously as you grow, you have to unlearn a lot of unhealthy defense mechanism, coping mechanisms, and just ways of being, ways of communicating. And then there comes a point where you have to replace it with new, right? The new way to communicate. Empathy, you have to learn a lot of new, right? So after you've gone through a lot of that journey, there kind of comes a point where it's, but wait, I'm not fully happy on my own. It's not time to be in a relationship with someone else. Or it's, but why do I need them to do that? Shouldn't I be happy on my own? That can come in a lot of various different ways depending on your personal mannerisms and how you say things. But I want to let you know that, yes, you should be happy on your own. We need to rewrite your definition of happiness. Because, guys, humans are a pack creature. We are a tribe, pack, community. When a baby's born, if you put it outside, it will die. We are a species that is born, and we need love and connection, and we need community. So what that means about be happy on your own, it's more about the relationship between you and you, your emotional guidance system, your inner knowing, your inner knowledge. It's about making that relationship of utmost importance, right? So when you were younger, you had to make your parents of utmost importance. And oftentimes you had to submit, maybe it was brutally, or maybe it was just lying, right? You had to give up your voice and sometimes lie. No, I don't want that, Mom. So all that means is that you've spent a portion of your life calibrated to making someone else happy instead of yourself. So oftentimes when you do hit a growth stage of but I do need that person, you're now beating yourself up internally in your mind because you're but I shouldn't need anyone. I'm supposed to be happy on my own. Okay. But think of it this way. There are some activities on this planet Earth that you cannot do on your own. There's some activities on Earth that you cannot do on your own, right? For example, I'm short. I want to go on this hike in a waterfall. There's one point where you have to crawl over some rocks and I'm literally too short. It's not that I'm out of shape or too weak. And that's okay too if that's the case. It's literally, I'm too short, but I like doing that hike. I genuinely need someone else to go with me so I can get over it. That doesn't make me needy. That doesn't make me a bad person. That doesn't make me a person who needs someone outside of me to make me happy. It means I'm a person who is happy. I am tuned in, tapped in to my inner knowing, my inner emotional guidance system. I'm tuned in, tapped in to what makes me happy, and what makes me happy is that hike. And I'm also tuned in enough, I'm happy enough, I'm content enough to also admit when I need help. And I need someone else to be able to do that hike. So, your definition of happiness that you need is that relationship between you and you. And the relationship between you and you is all about, do you take time to check in to see how you feel? Do you take time to check in? What can you do that will either provide happiness for you or relief? If you're at a high vibrational state, aka high emotional state, you want to go for something that will add joy and delight to your life. If you're at a low to mid vibration in life, you want to just go for something what would provide relief. So you'll want to wrap yourself in a blanket, you'll want to drink a warm cup of tea, things like that. It's when you're tapped into that though, then you're tapped into something. Then you're tapped in, okay? And it's, this would make me happy. This experience would make me happy. I want to go to Disney World. And guys, going to Disney World with someone else is far more fun than going on your own. Let me correct that. There are at some stages of your life, it might be more fun to go by yourself. But that is happiness. You're tapped in enough to know I want to go to Disneyland. I want to go by myself. I want to be able to go ride whatever ride I want, whenever I want, however I want. I want to be able to get in a line, get out of a line. I don't want to like do anything that anyone else does. You're tapped into your happiness and you're doing it. There's also nothing wrong with, I want to laugh with someone. I want to see what they look like in the photo. Right? Starting a family, you genuinely need a sperm and an egg. You cannot, I'm an egg. I should be so happy enough on my own. I should be good enough on my own that I can have this baby by myself. No, the egg needs the sperm. The sperm needs the egg, okay? So it's just, there is a stark difference between someone who is needy. I need you to validate me. I need you to listen to me. I need you to buy me flowers for me to feel good. I need you, right? And versus someone who's, hey, I need to feel cherished and adored. I've just known that me as a person, I like to feel cherished and adored, right? And now the universe, manifestation, law of attraction can bring that to you in so many ways. And that need can be met by someone coming and buying you flowers. It can be met by someone going, oh, I saw this necklace and I thought of you. I know it was your style. Or it can be met by you buying yourself flowers, or it could be met by a family member buying you flowers. Happiness is more about being tapped in enough to be able to identify what are your core needs, and then being open to how they're met, recognizing that sometimes when you're open to how they're met, it can be more enjoyable when someone else is there, right? Cuddling. You can't cuddle yourself. You can do the self-hug. That does feel good. But there's the self-hug, there's cuddling with stuffed animals, there's cuddling with dogs and animals, and then there's cuddling with humans. So there's, 4 different ways, and I'm sure there's a plethora of more other ways. You can comment below of how to get that. I want some affection. I want that feeling of holding something. I want the feeling of being held. Okay, so now that you know what happiness is, being tapped in to your emotions. What emotion are you feeling? I'm happy, I'm angry, I'm disappointed, I'm hurt, I'm grieving the loss of my family. And then being able to voice them, being able to communicate them to someone else. You just have to be open to the how. That's what makes you being willing to admit, hey, this is my need. I want this experience. And while being non-needy, you have to do this for me, right? I hope you enjoyed this definition of happiness, and that it is okay if your happiness, the thing that you want, involves another person. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what's going on and your thoughts on the video. I love to see comments. If that doesn't give you guys permission, I love making these videos. I need someone to watch them, right? I have a need to share knowledge that I've gained in my life. From going from an abusive childhood to being able to run my own business and have romantic relationships and friendships and healthy ones where they feel supportive and nurturing, I have a need to share that. You guys, if you're watching this, especially if you're watching it at this point in the video, you have a need to learn. So do you see how our needs are coming together perfectly? That's how it can be, guys. Relationships can be that way. But knowing that, give me a comment below. I love hearing your epiphanies and your takeaways. All right, love you guys.